Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I'm glad you're back for another lesson. I just downed a huge cup of coffee because the last lesson didn't go well, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I've got something a little easier for you this time. I know sometimes it is a little bit harder to do things than most people, so this is going to be the most detailed description of how to do this that you may have ever heard, and that's fine. That's totally okay. So, I'm going to teach you how to open the top of a bottle today. Now, this is the bottle that we have. I'm making this as easy as possible. This is a clear bottle. Clear means that you can see through it. Okay, clear means that you can see through it. That you can see through it. Okay. So, here's a little up close look at the bottle. Now, in order to explain to you how to open the bottle, I'm going to have to explain to you the components of the bottle. Okay? All right. So, I think last session I taught you how to light a match, which actually didn't go well. And I'm still waiting for insurance to cover the property damage from the last visit, and that's fine. It's totally fine. So, we're going to do something that is not flammable today, and we're going to do something that's very easy. Now, listen, there is no liquid in this cup or bottle. A cup is a completely different story. I'm so sorry. So, I made this bottle completely see-through. Well, I did not make this bottle completely see-through. This bottle was already see-through. There's no liquid in the bottle right now, so you don't have to worry about spilling yourself or spilling something on yourself. When we're getting very detailed, I'm going to have to, bring it down into the nitty-gritty here. So, this clear part is the part of the bottle that holds the liquid, or really holds whatever you want. I guess you can put something that's not a liquid in here, or something that contains a liquid, but most people put liquid inside of a bottle. So, this is the part or component of the bottle that holds the liquid. And if you actually look on the side, if you can see, there are little indentations right here that have a textured indentation on it. This is for grip. This is for you to grip the bottle so that way you don't drop the bottle and you don't break the bottle and spill your liquid. Does all of that make sense to you right now? Great. Good. I'm glad that we're on the same page. I'm just glad that we're on the same page. So, you have the bottle. I'm going to add a level of complexity to this. You have the cap. You have the cap. Now, the cap has a lot of different components to it. You have a loop on the side of the bottle right here. You have a loop on the side of the bottle right here. You have a loop on the side of the bottle that is right here. That is right here. That is right here. That is right here. You have a loop on the side of the bottle that's right here. This is for several different things. A lot of people like to use this loop and either tie their keychain to it. They can put anything that they want to on it. Originally, it's designed for holding the bottle or for something else to hold the bottle. You don't obviously hold the bottle like this. Do you remember the grips that we talked about? You hold with the grips on the side of the bottle. But if you want to put a keychain on the side of the bottle, or you want to put something on the side of the bottle, I can't tell you how to live your life, then that's where you do this. Now, on the lid, on the lid, on the lid, on the lid, you have a groove or a protrusion right here. You have a protrusion that is right here. That's right here. Do you see that? It's right here. It is right here. Do you see that? It's right here. This is a very interesting concept. I don't know if this is new to you or not, but we're going to treat it as if it is new to you. This, you pop off. It doesn't come off completely. It just pops off for you to be able to have a hole to drink the liquid or whatever it is that you put inside of the bottle. Are you following me? Are you following me? This is why in school they teach you a whole lot of information before they let you practice or do anything, because it really is very detailed. I understand. Do you want me to repeat anything? Good. So, now, if you look at the top on the other side right here, there is indentations on the side and a groove. That is where this section that pops up slides all the way back, and in which case I'm going to show you right now. If you just pull here, then you can look and see that this swivels up and all the way back. This swivels up and all the way back. This is specifically so that, number one, the lid does not come all the way off and you don't have to unscrew everything. Unscrewing is something we'll learn in just a second. This swivels open here, so that way you don't have to worry about having two separate pieces, and this is just held on top of the lid. Now when you want to take a drink, there is an opening right here after you open the lid. That is what this whole thing is for. That's what this whole thing is for. You drink from this right here. So you pop the lid open. You pop the lid open. It swivels like this. You pop the lid open. You drink. You put this circular opening hole up. You put this up to your mouth. Now your mouth is a contraption which you eat or drink with. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know you already know that. So you put this up to your mouth and you tilt it back, letting the liquid flow into your mouth. Okay, listen, this is 101. This is the basics. I'm teaching you all of the details that you need to know. Now, are you supposed to open this and put water in here? Put water or whatever liquid you want in here through this itty bitty hole? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you supposed to clean your bottle after you use it before you use it again? Absolutely. Are you supposed to do that through this small hole? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, you don't do that. That is why this entire lid here screws off. This whole thing, the whole blue part right here, comes off separately. I know, it's wild. I know it's wild. But there's more. Wait, there's more. So, when you remove this, you have to twist it, also known as screwing and unscrewing the top of a bottle. Now, when you twist it, if you are holding this and the lid is facing me, if the lid is facing your head, you're going to want to screw this counterclockwise. If you are looking at me, and this actually gets a little complicated, my counterclockwise, which is this way, is your clockwise. If you're looking at it from my perspective, it's counterclockwise. It goes this way, which is the way that I am going to unscrew the bottle. For you, if I'm holding this away from you and it is still facing me, it is clockwise. Do you understand? Good. So you put your hand on the lid. You take your hand, you put your hand on the lid. You put your hand on the lid. You put your hand on the lid. Like so. You're going to want to palm it. You can do this, but if there's a lot of traction and it's kind of hard to unscrew, then it's going to be easier for you to just use your entire palm right here. Put your hand on the lid. You take your hand, you put your hand on the lid, okay? You unscrew it. You just twist like this. You use a motion like this. Again, you can twist it like this if you want to, but stuff that's really hard to unscrew, you're going to want to take your hand, whole hand on it, grip it. You counterclockwise it, and you just keep doing it. And then it comes off. You have successfully removed the lid. You have successfully removed the lid. You have successfully removed the lid. Now, we're not done. This is what it looks like without the lid. This is what it looks like without the lid. This is what it looks like without the lid. Do you understand? Do you have any questions so far? Okay. When you fill this with liquid, obviously there's a large hole here. You fill it here. Okay? You can put as much liquid as you want in here. Just don't fill it all the way full to the point where it's overflowing and then you have a mess everywhere. You know how that works. We've discussed cups before. This is essentially a cup. You treat it kind of like you would a cup. So, you also wash it inside and out. This hole. Okay? Now, the lid. The lid. The lid. When you wash the lid, always open the lid like this when you wash it so you can make sure to get in here. Make sure to get in here. Okay. That's what you're going to want to do. Okay? Now, something interesting that I'm going to try to show you. I want you to look on the inside here. Do you see these grooves? Do you see the grooves that go around the outside of this lid? Do you see that? Do you see that? That is what screws in here. Do you see the grooves on the outside of the lid? They match. They match. They match. So, now, you've washed it, you've put liquid in it. We're going to hypothetically say that there's liquid in this. You've washed this lid. You pop it open when you wash it. You put it back when you're done. After everything's dry, you put this in here. You put the liquid in. You put this on top. When you put this lid on top, you have to make sure that it is even and not crooked. You have to make sure that it is even and not crooked. Do you understand? You make sure it's even and not crooked. If it's even, it can stand up kind of like that on its own. Now, let's twist. But we're going to twist the opposite way to screw it on. Unscrewing was counterclockwise. Screwing was clockwise. So, I know I told you not to use the tips of your fingers. If it is very loose, you can. That's fine. Okay, so you're going to put this on here even. You're going to twist. You're going to twist. You're going to twist. You're going to twist. And you're going to keep twisting until you hit resistance. And then when you hit resistance, you palm it. When you palm it, then you just want to tighten it just a little bit more so that it is good. Now, if you want to test this to make sure that this is awfully tight and that it's not going to spill, you could tip this over. You could tip this over. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that all of the time. There's always a possibility that it's going to spill anyway. It just depends on the quality of your mug, cup mug. You know what I mean? I'm getting into so many details that my brain is killing me, but we're learning, and that's what matters here. So, let's recap real quick. This clear part is the actual container that holds the liquid. This is the top of the bottle. Top of the bottle, cap, container, cap, container, cap, container. Holding loop, right here. Flap that opens up for you to drink out of. This hole goes to your lips. Do you have any questions? Okay, perfect. That sounds good to me. I'm hoping that this lesson taught you something. I'm hoping that now you know how to take the lid off of a bottle and do everything that you need to do with it. This is part of the very detailed lessons. If you want another lesson in the future, just sign up. Let me know. I'll let you know. I know you lost a couple of things in the fire from the teaching you how to light a match last time. As soon as the insurance comes through, I'll give you the money for those. This is why my business has insurance, so we're okay. Thank God there was nothing that involved property damage this time. I don't know how much more I can handle on that. But we will do something very interesting in the next lesson. But I'll see you soon.